Today is November 23rd, 2021, which means Thanksgiving is only 2 days away. And as the season of gratefulness presents itself, I've decided to read a passage from my novel about thankfulness that I think will apply to you no matter where you are in your journey, whether entering high school, almost about to leave high school, entering college, or none of the above. So, let's get into it. What better place is there to find a passage about gratefulness than a chapter about family and lifestyle, which directly relates to the Thanksgiving season of family gatherings. So, let's find it here. Here it is. So this is how the passage reads. Instead of grumbling, wake up each morning and say things you have to be thankful for. Show consideration and gratitude for the seemingly mundane things your parents, siblings, teachers, and friends do for you regularly. So, the first thing I want to say is that I'm not asking you to give up something that you don't replace with something else. Because it's really easy for someone to say, just don't do this, but then you tend to still do it because you aren't replacing it with something you can do instead. So here I'm saying, instead of grumbling, actually be active in showing thankfulness. Show gratitude in everything that happens to you that can seem really mundane or just trivial in your life. But by being thankful for it, it turns out that you'll waste less energy on being grumpy or showing distastefulness towards it. There's this little known thing called the negativity bias, which is again what I'm addressing here. And so it's our propensity to look towards the negative, which creates a bias that causes us to forget about all the good things that happen to us on a normal day. So say you have a friend say good morning to you, or you get a good grade on one test, but then later in the day you get a bad grade on the test. You tend to focus only on the negative because things that hurt tend to draw our attention more than things that make us happy. And some believe this was a survival instinct, but it can definitely negatively impact our lifestyle. So instead of that, it's good to focus on what is positive. That hunt the good stuff is something we say in the Army. And so by actively seeking the things that can make us grateful, make us thankful, not solely happy, but anything that can distract our attention from only focusing on the negative. So we're upsetting that bias, causing us to more holistically or wholly look at our life and our day to day, which causes us to end up being more grateful naturally. To explain it in a metaphor, the negativity bias is like being in shackles and the key's right in front of you, but all you can see is the shackles. So you're like, well, I'm trapped, I can't get out of here, and the key's right in front of you, but you just can't see past the chains. So, moving on, it's important to recognize the context in the passage because what I'm leading the reader to focus on is motivation. Showing thankfulness, gratitude, and trying to upset that negativity bias in our life causes us to gain motivation for every task we do. And that motivation ends up becoming lasting. It's not the short high or that burst of energy where you're like, oh, I can accomplish everything, and then one negative thing happens and you're instantly deflated like a balloon. Because gratitude, thankfulness, they cause us to sustain, they cause us to persevere. And by being able to continue through the hardships, by showing gratefulness to life and in your life, that causes us to seek out the good stuff, to have that lasting motivation to accomplish what you want to and what you need to. Well, there's my Thanksgiving spiel. And if you're interested about more things that caused me to have a lasting motivation to make it through high school and now enter college, then it would make me extremely grateful if you were willing to pick up one of these books in Amazon. I'll provide a link in the description. And if you find this channel informative and are wanting to follow along on my journey to become a surgeon, then I would be extremely thankful if you would like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content. Ad Meliora. Toward better things.